There's nothing quite like the feeling of a brand new Minecraft world, with structures to find, biomes to explore, and loot to gather. It's a world of infinite possibilities and fun. And, well, I guess in this case, a little bit of stress too, since we'll be doing it in hardcore. In this new series, we're going to be focusing on building up a long-term world with lots of builds, farms, and lore, and we're doing it all on one life in hardcore Minecraft. I've got so many goals and plans for this world, so let's jump right in and get started. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And here we are, and we're in powdered snow. Are you kidding me? What the heck? Who spawns into powdered snow? I'm getting flashbacks to my 118 series, but that might be a good thing. Okay, looks like we are in a cherry grove crater, which is actually amazing. I kind of love it. So let's go down and grab ourselves some wood from the cherry trees. Oh my gosh, I just heard a skeleton. Please, I don't even have wood yet. I don't even have my wooden pickaxe. And you guys already know how the early game goes, so let's go ahead and get some wood. Did that bunny just unalive itself? Let's go ahead and make our first crafting table, our wooden pickaxe, and start mining some stone. Make a stone pickaxe and an axe. And with those basic tools, we can go ahead and start our real adventure. Oh, got a bit of a cave and there's a creeper over there. But there is some coal. So maybe if we're just really careful and we keep watch of the creeper, he'll be stuck on the dripstone maybe? And we can grab a bunch of this coal. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit risky to do this, but I think that's okay. We'll just grab the coal and then we'll be on our way. Now, looking around for some iron, there's some up there past that sheep, so I'm gonna head up there and grab the iron. Hopefully it's gonna be more than 2. And yep, there's a hidden third one in there. Let's craft a furnace so we can start smelting. And wow, with the noon sky here, this is so beautiful. Now, with our first 3 iron, we're gonna make some shears and a shield. And if we shear these sheep, we'll have the wool that we need for a bed. And now I think I'll go ahead and try to find some food because a bed is great, but it won't stop us from starving to death. But first, there's some more coal here, so we'll go ahead and grab that as well. Now there's a little bit of a cave here. Hopefully we can find a little bit more iron so we can get some armor. That would be fantastic. I'm not really worried about tools right now, but just a little bit for some armor would be wonderful. Ooh, this is opening up into quite a big cave. We do have a shield, so we can be a little bit risky, but obviously if we hear anything too scary, we'll have to back out. Okay, this is a little bit risky. I'm just gonna get this a little bit more and then we'll go. Oh gosh, that was a skeleton. It's a little bit uneasy being so slippery on the ice, but at least we are almost over the mountain. And oh my gosh, look at this. There's a village right there. Okay, that'll be a great place to get some food. And there's sunflower plains and it looks like flower forest over there as well. This is a really cool seed. Before I head down though, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some cherry wood just to have a little bit of extra wood and to get some saplings. I used some pink petals to dye my wool and now I have a pink bed to sleep through the night. I am very, very happy right now. I just have a really, really good feeling about this world already. I have so many plans and I am so excited to start finding a base and start building up this world. It is going to be so much fun. And I know we just made a bed, but there's already a bed here, so let's just sleep. What a beautiful village full of adorable girl villagers. Yes, we have a girl villager texture pack on and that is just way better than regular villagers. I'm sorry. Ooh, I always got to take a free stone cutter whenever I find one. You don't mind, right? I find it so funny when villages just have random trees like in the middle of the street. Ooh, a blacksmith. Looks like we just got ourselves some free furnaces. All right, and the chest. Oh, we've got an iron helmet and some apples and some bread. That's pretty good. Honestly, not a terrible start here. Oh, there's an iron golem. I do have an iron golem skin on as well. This one is so cute. Another chest and some bread and some potatoes and apples. Pretty good. Is that another blacksmith? And this chest is way better than the first one. We've got some armor, some extra iron. We've got a sword and a diamond. This is so good. Popping down our crafting table, let's go ahead and just make the boots to finish our full iron set. Now that is what I'm talking about. I need to start looking for a place to live, but wow, that view right there, that's calling my name. Wait, I just heard a cat. Hello? Small detour to get some fish, and then we will go and find a place to live. You know, it might be hardcore, but I'm still just a girl. All right, come here, kitty. Please come get the fish. I don't want to have to chase you. I know you don't like that. Best friends forever. Okay, just want to survey and make sure that this is the place that I actually want to build. I think I'm going to build somewhere on this hillside. But let's go ahead. We'll pop into free cam really quick. And if we zoom out, Oh, wow. I really love this place. I think I want to build up here. But at least temporarily, we're going to go ahead and live in this villager house because I don't have the tools and stuff to go up there and deal with any potential mobs and all of that stuff that's going to be up there. Next up on our agenda is going ahead and crafting a hoe, and also let's make a bucket as well. And I want to go ahead and clear out a little bit of space around this infinite water source for a bit of a farm. We are going to need food, and we're also going to need food for our cows and our villagers and probably sheep and stuff as well, so this will be just a good thing to already get started. I genuinely cannot believe that this village had 2 blacksmiths and 0 crop fields or hay bales. That doesn't really make sense. I have a bunch of things I want to do in this episode, like getting diamond armor and all the tree saplings and also just building my starter base, but I think before we do any of that, I just want to grab a little bit of wood just in case we need some. And then I think we should head out on a little mini adventure to find another village for some hay bales, because I think food's going to be a big problem for us if we don't. And once we get some bread, we can go adventuring for real to find all the saplings and see what kind of stuff's around us, and we can round up all these cows over here too. And while we're out exploring our world, I thought I'd let you guys know about my goals for this world, besides surviving past episode 1. In this world, I really want to push myself as a builder while still retaining the cozy and whimsical feel that my builds inspire. And very specifically, I want to learn to build bigger and experiment with gradients more, while also rounding out my skills with making more custom terrain and trees. Additionally, I want to get more comfortable with making mistakes along the way and trusting the process. Oh yeah, and there was one more thing. I'd also like to make a working sugar farm this time. I've never failed this hard at a farm before, ever in my life, okay? In the coming months and episodes, I really want to make progress with these goals, and that progress starts here in episode 1. Okay, up ahead, looks like we've got some spruce up there on the mountain. I'm so happy that it's so close. And it also looks like we have a pillager tower pretty close by. I know this is kind of silly, but I just want to see how much damage they do to me. Okay, 1.5 hearts is not bad. Definitely don't want to take too many hits, though. I think as long as we're careful, we can try to loot the chest at the top. And what do we got? A goat horn, impaling 4. Ooh, and some carrots. We didn't have those before. Can we let out this iron golem to try to help us kill some of these guys? Ooh, I'm sorry. I'll come back for you, iron golem, one day. I promise. I've been killing cows for some extra food and leather, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some leather boots just in case we see any powdered snow. I think the next move here is to grab some spruce wood and get enough saplings so that we can plant some big trees back at the base, and then we'll move on. Oh, come here, my beloved and delicious spruce wood. I'm so happy to see you. Wow, this meadow is so pretty. And there's like a little birch forest there too with a portal. It's so rare to see these meadows that have double white flowers like the oxeye daisies and the azures. This is so beautiful. All right, enchanted golden apple. Oh no, just a regular one. But there is enough obsidian here for an enchantment table and some more food. And if we go ahead and make an iron pickaxe, we can grab this gold that's over here, because we're probably going to need that at some point. There are some pumpkins over here in this plain, so I will be taking those, and I think I just spotted a village over there too. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You should not have to travel super far from home to find a village that has some crops, you know? And their hay bales were pretty well hidden, but here they are. I'm gonna grab all of these, and then we'll head back to the base, because I really just want to grab this food. Alright, back at base, let's go ahead and get our new crops planted in our crop field. And I'm gonna set up a cow pen, just so that we can start rounding them up, breeding them, getting leather, and food. All right, and there's 2 cows in there, and let's go ahead and breed them. There we go, the start of our cow empire. And I do want to prepare for that trip that I was talking about, but I'm gonna have to empty my inventory because I want to go get all the saplings and see what else is around this area. The tree saplings we do have are spruce, oak, and cherry, and we've got to get all of the rest, so I think it's adventure time. And this adventure is not because I don't want to go caving or trade with my villagers right now. It's just about getting saplings. And our first new sapling is right over there. There's a savanna. Oh, and there's a jungle there too. And with my luck, of course, there's another village here, but I'm more here for the trees and maybe some loot. Oh my god, wait, they're so cute. I love these outfits for the villagers so much. Okay, someone remind me of this in a couple of episodes, but we're definitely gonna have to get all of the different villager types. I want to see all their outfits. That's a very long-term goal though. The short term, we're just getting all the different tree types. That's a big goal for us right now. Especially considering that we're just in iron armor. Oh my gosh, this village is so cool. There's armadillos and more wheat. I should have just come over here. This is like the best place ever. There's even more hay bales over here. This is hay bale central. Okay, just up here there's an orange cat that I'm gonna tame before we move on, but there's also a blacksmith. Wait, there's another cat in the river there. What is going on in this village? All right, come on, buddy. Let's give you some fish. There we go. And let's try to get that cream cat too. Can you please stop running? I am a lady in a hurry. Thank you. All right, where's the other cat? We're just gonna leave them here for now because I can't take them with me. And what do we have in the blacksmith? Ooh, a saddle, some gold, some apples, and some more obsidian. Nice. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Besides acacia wood, I feel like jungle wood is the most underrated wood. I definitely want to use more of jungle wood this season, but I don't really want to use it here in the jungle. I want to get out of the jungle because I'm a little bit scared. Ooh, bamboo. Didn't even think of that as a sapling, but I guess it sort of is. And my inventory is already full, so I'm going to convert my boat into a chest boat, and now we can go ahead and just store everything in here. Been boating for a while, just Savannah, but that is a nether portal right there. We'll go over there and see if there's anything good. And what do we got? Oh, a bunch of golden carrots and a bunch of flint and steel. The flint will at least be useful for making fletching tables when we start working on our villager trades back home. Also, a little progress update on our trees. Still looking for dark oak, pale oak, and mangrove. We do need birch as well, but we can get birch pretty much anywhere back home. And while we're out, if we can find a desert for some cactus, that would also be fantastic. Okay, we've got ourselves a desert. Oh, and I think that was mangrove as well. Yep, definitely. And let's go ahead and get a couple pieces of this cactus. That way we can have all the green dye we want back home. And just over this hill here, I think I spotted a pyramid. I definitely don't want to die to like a dive bombing creeper, so we're just going to take our time and be careful. We're going to place some torches, and we're just going to make sure that nothing is down here. Hello? Any creepers? Or anything else, truly? I don't see anything. And I'm not going to take any chances hitting the pressure plate. I'm just going to go ahead and mine down. Might seem a little bit overkill, but I am genuinely pretty scared to die in this world. I really like this seed so far, and I don't want to have to start over. And hopefully one of these chests has some good loot. I guess we'll take the bones and the emeralds. That's always pretty nice. Yeah, I guess this is also okay. I mean, not the best. In this one, we have another saddle. Okay, we've gotten quite a few saddles on this adventure. That's pretty cool. I don't actually want to go in this swamp and chop any trees down. I just want to grab a couple of saplings and maybe a couple of these lily pads too. And I don't want to spend too much time adventuring, but we are so close to gathering all the saplings. I think I'm just going to look around a little bit more for a dark oak and a pale garden. All right, back in the boat. I'll see you guys at the dark oak forest if we make it there, or back home if I give up. Okay, it's been another 5 minutes of boating, but there is a dark oak forest over there. And if I'm not mistaken, that looks like the new biome because I've never seen those trees before. I'm gonna be honest here, I don't know anything about the creeking and I'm a little bit nervous to go over there, but we'll try to play it safe. That is, of course, after we get our dark oak saplings. I think we should maybe get like a whole stack. Maybe a stack of these. I'm gonna sleep. I think 9 is probably more than enough, but I don't know if the creaking has something at night or if it's daytime. I have no idea. And we'll just take it very safely on the top of the trees because this is a dark oak forest as well, and that is always filled with mobs. And given that I'm in iron armor, it only takes one creeper to end this world. Also, this is kind of strange. It looks like all the color has left my screen. This biome has dystopian teenage drama lighting. Interesting. In any case, I think that these saplings work like dark oak saplings because they're kind of like dark oak trees, right? So let's go ahead and grab a bunch of them. And I think while we're here, we'll go ahead and grab some of the wood as well, just to take home with us, just so we can see if we want to use it in a build maybe. I see you down there, creeper. On second thought, never mind. We'll just grow the trees at home and get the wood there. What was that noise? Was that the creaking? Is he out? What was that? That is so scary. Oh my gosh, I really wanted to get some of the moss and some of the flowers, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, maybe we can just be brave for a second. We can grab some moss. That's right here. No one was hurt. We got it. That's good. I was really hoping to find some flowers, but there's the creeper that we saw earlier, and I'm so scared of this biome because I have no idea how the creaking works. I don't know how much damage he does, and I don't even know how to find the heart or anything, so... yeah, with a zombie there too, I think we come back here once we have diamond armor. I feel no shame whatsoever in running away from that because that was just a very scary situation. And is this a trail ruin right here? Yeah, that is. Okay, wait, let me grab some coordinates for that and then we will come back once we have a brush and, you know, some armor. All right, unless anything else interesting happens, I will see you guys back at the base. And only one interesting thing happened on the way home. I saw a shipwreck and I grabbed some extra emeralds, iron, and lapis. Back at the base, I planted some of the bamboo that we gathered and then planted up a bunch of our sugarcane as well. I bred up the cows again and then I crafted up a bunch of torches to spread around the area, so hopefully I would be safe from most of the mobs that would be spawning nearby. And now that we've got all the saplings, torched up the area a bit, and our starter farms and animals are growing, I think we can shift focus to another goal for this video, getting diamond armor. I could go caving for diamonds, but I do not want to die in this world already, so I'm gonna take the grindy but easier way to get them by trading with villagers. Villages are honestly a hardcore girly's best friend. They have so many blocks and items and also make it so much easier to get armors and renewable tools as well. And here in the early game, we're gonna use sticks for emeralds, so I'm gonna plant my dark oak saplings. And I think I'll get my spruce saplings planted down here too. Spruce and dark oak are usually my two go-tos for trading for emeralds. Now this might sound a little bit cruel, but I'm gonna go ahead and dig out a little bit of an area in the mountain right here for the villagers. I definitely don't want to keep them in a stone box forever, but for now it'll be easier to breed them and it'll also keep them safe from zombie raids, I hope. I don't have enough iron to do iron doors, so for the entryway, I think we'll use some fence gates and we'll put some trapdoors on top just in case they try to escape. The one major thing about doing it this way though is that it's kind of boring. Villager trading is very, very boring. So I'll probably do the majority of the grinding off camera once we get it going and then bring you guys back in for updates periodically. But to get it going, we're gonna have to go ahead and lure some villagers in here. So I've got 2 fletching tables. Hopefully some villagers walk over this way. Oh, it seems like dangling employment in front of this villager locked her in, yes. Okay, got another villager in search of employment. There we go. Now, just to get this going, we'll take that dark oak that we chopped down earlier and start trading with them for some sticks. And then while we wait for more trees to grow, we'll go ahead and expand this little villager hole too. I think the easiest way to get more villagers to come over to the villager hole is by destroying all the beds. When it turns nighttime, they'll start to automatically look for them, and hopefully that means they'll just walk right in. Oh, actually, I'm gonna grab the bell and move that closer to the villager hole because maybe they'll come hang out over there and then realize all their beds are gone. Then let's go ahead and drop down all the beds. Okay, and this trap with the bell and the beds does appear to be working because we've got a bunch of villagers in here now, but for some reason, both of the Fletchers don't realize that their beds have been destroyed. Since we've got some emerald generation going, let's go ahead and make a blast furnace, and I've also got a smithing table that I stole from the Acacia village too. We don't get diamond trades until later on for both kinds of villagers, but I think it's probably better if we start getting that going now. And that does mean buying a bunch of stuff that we don't need to level them up, but that's okay. It'll be worth it. Now, we don't have too much iron to give this person to level them up again, but I guess we'll have to do it. And with another level up, we've got an enchanted axe and a diamond hoe. That's pretty good. I was just gonna chop some trees, but I think it's actually raining right now and there are no raindrops. This is very weird. Toggling my shaders off, yeah, it's definitely raining, but for some reason when I put my shaders back on, I have no raindrops. This is very weird. Anyways, like I mentioned, I'm gonna get some trees chopped and get some progress with the villagers, and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, back with a small progress update. I have 32 levels down there on my hotbar, and in my inventory I have almost a stack and a half of emeralds. And I've been leveling up our villagers a lot, and our toolsmith is now to the enchanted diamond tier, and they have both an axe and a shovel, which is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy one of each. I also started leveling up a weaponsmith, but I don't have any more iron, so I think that's probably the next thing I want to focus on. The armorer I also got to diamond tier, and they have feather falling 3 boots. I've never seen feather falling 3 boots from a armorer before, so I'm gonna definitely take these. Hopefully that helps us stay alive a little bit more. And I think it would probably be smart if we put on this new diamond armor right away. Before we go look for some more iron, I'm gonna go ahead and breed the cows again because I am gonna need some leather for enchanting. We do now have half diamond armor, but I kind of want to just scale the mountains to look for some iron. And I brought my leather boots just in case there's powdered snow because you never know. Also, that tree is pretty cool down there. Oh yeah, there's powdered snow right there. There's the advancement. I am so happy I brought my leather boots, but let's go ahead and grab some of this iron right here. Honestly, I haven't found that much, but there's a little bit more over here before I head back to my villagers. Oh, there's a pillager there. Oh my gosh, there's a pillager outpost there. There's no way. Has that been there the whole time? Because we spawned in this valley and I did not notice any pillagers over there. We still do need to level up our armor to get the rest of the diamond armor we need, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more logs while we're out to trade for emeralds. And wow, this diamond axe has only efficiency 3, but it just feels so quick to mine the logs. Oh my gosh, there's a jellycat right there. Come here, little buddy. Come here and get the fish and love me. Perfect. The iron that we got earlier should be enough to level up the weaponsmith at least once. And now we also have the emeralds to go ahead and grab these last 2 bits of diamond armor. So let's get that put on and then we'll have our full diamond set. Ooh, that feels so much better. Now, I just realized I wasn't recording, but I have locked in a feather falling villager over here because I figured I should probably start getting a couple of enchants, but I'm looking for protection 4 and I haven't found it yet. So I guess I'll just be here for a while rolling these villagers and hopefully I can find it for not too many emeralds because, yeah, zombifying these villagers is quite a ways off yet. We haven't been to the Nether and I don't plan to go this episode. Oh, there it is, but it's 50 emeralds. I'm still gonna take it. I haven't seen it otherwise and I'm tired of rolling, so there it is. I guess now the next thing I really need to do is go get some more iron for an anvil and we need to find some diamonds for an enchanting table. And a creeper was in here the other day, so obviously this does get pretty dark in here. Maybe this is going to be like a full cave. Hopefully we can find some iron. So far though, I've only seen some stone and some copper and some coal. No iron whatsoever. I bought this diamond efficiency 1 pickaxe from my toolsmith and it is so nice. I'm so happy we have diamond tools now. This is pretty much the only iron that I've seen in this cave though, so I'm gonna have to go looking for some more. Now this cave does have a little bit more iron and some coal as well. Where is this? I feel like I don't recognize this at all. Oh, this is like the ravine behind where I want to build the starter house. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, I do remember there being a stony shore nearby when we were looking for all the saplings. I do feel like I remember there being a lot of iron on stony shore, so I'm gonna go see if there's iron over there. But I forgot my bed and ooh, tall grass. That is so rare. We will take it. That is so nice to find, but I'm gonna grab this bed and you know what? I'm also gonna grab these hay bales too, just in case. The main reason that I don't want to go into any of the caves by my house is that they are pretty deep and even with feather falling 4, I don't know if I can actually survive a fall into those caves. It might seem like I'm being a little bit silly, but I promise I'm just being a little bit cautious because I really don't want to die and have to start over. I think I've said that a million times already this episode. Ooh, okay, already 2 pieces of iron. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't see any more iron though, and I already looked on the other islands. Since we were sort of nearby that dark oak forest, I think we should probably try to go down and find a lush cave. This might be my worst idea yet. Moss is always good on hand, and I do still need to find some diamonds, which we're not going to find without going down into the deep slate levels. On top of that too, rooted dirt is such a great block, so we can just gather up a bunch of it now while we're digging down into the lush cave. But this part is going to be pretty boring, so I'll meet you guys down there. I think that green is moss. This must be a cave opening. And oh my gosh, already, look at all that iron that we see. This is what I'm talking about here. Oh my gosh, look at that axolotl. So if you guys haven't noticed by now, I am using a resource pack for animations called Fresh Animations, and look how cute it makes the axolotls. Oh, don't go in the lava though. And if anyone is curious about any of the stuff that I'm using, like resource packs, mods, shaders, etc., you guys can always check out the description where I've put a card for all the stuff that I'm using in this world. Let's make sure we get a little bit of moss because I'm sure this is going to be super useful back at the base. And I'm still looking for diamonds, but I have found quite a bit of iron down here, so we should have enough for an anvil. I'm just going to take the spore blossom and this one. And I should probably get some of these glowberries too. Maybe they'll be useful. I feel like I'm always obsessed with collecting these small drip leaves, but then I never end up using them, so I want to commit to using them more. And you know what? That also goes for the big drip leaf. I feel like I never use that, and I should more. Okay, I just spotted 1 diamond, but is it more than 1? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Then we can leave because we just need 2 for our enchanting table. Before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and collect up a bunch of this iron, and I also want to take some of this clay back as well. And with that all done, we will be back another day to explore this lush cave more, but I don't want to push my luck too far. That was a successful trip, and we finally got the iron that we needed, so I will see you guys back at the base, and for now, we can enjoy these beautiful auroras. All right, back at the base, we're definitely going to have to try to get some enchanting done. So we're going to go over and breed the cows some more before we start sacrificing them for some leather. That sounds terrible. I also haven't really shown it, but I've been trying to keep up with harvesting my sugarcane for paper for books and stuff too. And this is no one's favorite part, so I'll be right back. I already have a couple of bookcases that I bought from my villagers, but I do think we have enough leather and paper here to make the rest of our bookcases that we need for our enchanting table. Oh yeah, more than enough. So we just need to get 5 more. There we go. And then we can craft our enchanting table. I actually forgot that we only needed 1 diamond because we had one already, but that doesn't matter anymore. And as for location, I think I'm just going to put it in with the villagers for now because they're my only source of XP and I don't really have a house yet to put it in like a permanent spot. And we'll just go ahead and wrap these extra bookshelves around here. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my leggings because armor is way more important to me than anything else. So, ooh, blast protection. Let's try the pickaxe. Just efficiency 4. And it looks like I'm breaking 3 on the chest plate. But what about the boots? Protection 3? Just protection 3. Oh, but now we have protection 4 on the chest plate, but of course it's just protection 4. Honestly, this is kind of doable. We still need to do our helmet, but we don't have any more levels, so I want to start making some progress on getting our starter base set up, but I still don't have an area that I'm going to put it. And I know I want to put it up there, but this area needs a lot of work for us to put a house here. I mean, we got to remove this little mound and smooth this out. So I think I'm going to take some time and do that, and you guys will probably get a nice little snazzy time lapse. Okay, I ran out of dirt to finish this backside because I double dirted this whole thing just in case if a creeper explodes over here. Hopefully I won't die from it. This is mostly good, although I do want to expand it out a little bit more, but like I said, I ran out of dirt, but I do have a solution for that. And that's going to be over there where you saw me taking dirt from already. And I think what I'm going to do is actually do my first live stream in this world, even though episode 1 is not out yet, to help remove some of that mound. I don't really like that mound anyways, since I feel like it kind of restricts the space, and we're also going to get a lot of building materials, so I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, it's the next day, and we have completed our first live stream in this world and removed a bunch of the mound. We still have a lot of work to do, but we also made a new friend. From digging away that hill, we got so many materials, and once this is all grass, I'm going to be so thankful that we actually removed this because it was kind of a mess before. Another little update, we got a Fortune 2 Efficiency 4 on Breaking 3 pickaxe and a Fortune 3 Efficiency 4 pickaxe, so I think I want to combine those with an anvil. Also, I just want to say that I'm so happy we grinded out some villagers because look at all these tools from our toolsmith that I basically destroyed during this project so far. Now that we have a spot for our house almost done because I'm placing the dirt for the rest of it, we can almost start resource gathering, but we still have a few things left to do before we actually start. And one of those things is to come back up here to this cave that's behind the house area because there were some mobs in here the other day and I am scared. Oh wait, look at this light from the waterfall. That is so pretty, like the reflection of the sun. Is it a reflection? I don't know if that's the right word, but this is so cool. Anyways though, my point of being up here is that I want to go ahead and torch this up. That way that there are no mobs spawning close to the base and like coming and ambushing us while we're building or anything. Our armor is at least better now, but I just would rather be safe than sorry, and I know that it only takes like 1 second for things to go bad in these worlds. And now that we have a Fortune 3 pickaxe, I'm definitely going to be collecting all of this coal and the iron too, because I'm going to need so many lanterns to light up the new house. Now, normally I would say let's go gather some resources, but I actually want to take you over to a creative world because we haven't even talked about what resources we're going to use for the build. Alright, creative mode Froggy here, let's talk about palette. Now I have mentioned earlier in the video that I do want to experiment with more gradients, so I want to focus on that. And I want to use the new wood type, but I feel like it has a very pink undertone that I'm not really vibing with. Now normally for white gradients, I wouldn't try white terracotta, but I do want to put that next to it just so you can see the stark difference, but usually I would use like diorite and calcite to make a white gradient, and this isn't really working for me. It's either too pink or too gray. That isn't to say that I won't come back to a pale oak gradient. I just need more time to workshop this. But a few years ago, I did try to make a gradient from stripped oak to smooth sandstone. And we can try to fill in some of these tones on the middle to bring the stripped oak towards the sand. And I feel like this can really work. And even on this small scale, the more we back away, the more you kind of see that dark to light gradient going. But if we just expand this up a little bit, and on a larger scale, you can really see the vibe that I'm going for. Now, there are some contrasting kind of textures here with the sandstone and the planks, but I'm more focused on placing blocks based on color rather than texture. And I think for the main walls of our house, this is going to be the direction that I want to go in. Now, I usually use some stone for the foundation, so we can just do the same thing where we create some shadows with just a few simple blocks like tough and mossy cobble into some regular cobble, then into our andesite. And with the stone on there, you can really kind of see the effect that I'm going for, where the tuff is like the darkest part of the shadow. And the roof, well, I think I want to keep the roof a little bit simpler and do some granite and bricks, and maybe mostly granite with like a little bit of brick. But we also have some other things that we can add in there for texture as well. And again, I'm mostly looking at color rather than what the block actually is. I think I want the roof to be a little bit more patchy than gradiented. And to help break up some of that reddish brown color, I think if we added some azalea and some moss, that would really bring some extra vibrancy to the roof. I think that this is a palette I can work with and that I like. This is my first real time experimenting with this style of building, so if you guys have any advice, feel free to leave it in the comments. I would so appreciate it. And let me know if you guys like this little creative segment where I try to explain my process a little bit more. Anyways, I think that's enough yapping for now. We've got a lot of materials to gather, but luckily none of them are too bad to get, so let's head into another time lapse. Before we get into building our house, I definitely want to look for something very particular here, and maybe you guys already know what I'm looking for, but it is something that will help us move around some items. Going up this meadow hill over here, because they usually do spawn in meadows, I feel like now, ever since the 118 update. Oh, yep, there we go. There's some donkeys. Now we'll just try to tame them really fast. Look at how cute they walk. And oh my gosh, that was like a one try tame. That is so good. Okay. Second donkey, just need to tame you really quick. Oh, not another one try tame. That's unfortunate, but he hasn't thrown me off yet. All right, now I'm gonna give both of these fellas some chests. And I do have a couple of leads from the Wandering Trader, so I'm gonna ride one and lead the other. I know I've already mentioned this a few times, but the animations for the animals are so good in this animations pack. It is so fun. Oh, actually, what if we just stopped and got a horse instead of having just donkeys? And that was very, very easy. I'm actually surprised, but okay, here we go. This works. Another thing I did while I was away was combine our 2 fortune pickaxes. And you might have noticed that I had a mending book on there because I did roll for mending. It's only 15 emeralds or 16 emeralds, so that's pretty good. That's pretty cheap. But I actually do have a little bit of a problem with my strip mine over there that I started. So I hope you guys can weigh in for me. It's not super surprising. There are a lot of mountains around here. So when I was strip mining down, I actually did run into the deep dark, but there was this kind of open ravine thing over here that I explored a little bit. And as you can see down here at the bottom of the ravine, there is an opening to an ancient city. And the problem becomes that my strip mine is heading directly into this ancient city. So I'm kind of undecided right now on whether or not to just continue the mine, move it somewhere else, or perhaps make a turn and go in the opposite direction. Let me know what you guys think. In other good news though, we did get a couple of puppies in the jungle, and pretty much I'm down to one last chore that I need to do before we start actually building our starter base, and that's to get some sheep because I completely forgot about them when I was getting all the cows. Plus, if we're going to be heading into that ancient city sometime soon, it might be smart to have some wool on hand. So you guys better start making some babies. Anyways, I've got to load up the storage for the donkeys with all the items that we need for the house, and then I think it'll be finally time to get our starter house built in this world. This has been a ton of setup just to get a starter house going, but I'm so excited, so let's jump right into the time lapse. I was climbing up here for some iron and I just saw some mossy cobblestone over there. So there's definitely a spawner. I want to see what that is. I cannot believe I missed that before. All right, what mob are you? Oh, it's a zombie spawner. That's okay. I was really hoping for a skeleton, but zombies are okay too. At least it's some XP. And we've got a golden apple. Ooh, other side. Oh, so much good loot. And in the other chest, we've got some gunpowder, another saddle. These are very good chests, actually. Amazingly enough, this is actually not too far from our house as well, and the house is not ready yet. I need iron before we can finish. I'm getting so ahead of myself with ideas right now, but it would be kind of cool if we extended this tunnel down to the house so we had a safe way up here to the XP farm if we make one. And I think we could even add like some minecart stations to it. That would be so much fun, especially if we keep our strip mine around here, because then we could go down to the strip mine area as well. Anyways, I've been up here a ton of times. I have no idea how we missed that on the mountain, but I'm gonna get some iron and some coal, and then I will see you guys back over at the house for the grand reveal. Okay, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. If I quickly pop into free cam, hopefully this gives you guys a good look at the house. I'm actually so proud of this. My favorite part is this balcony that we have over here, but I also really love the front porch with the cat up there. It's so cute. Going through the door, this is actually very similar to our Rosewood house, where this is kind of like a workshop room. Now over here, I had to collect all that iron so I could add a mini super smelter. And then under the stairs to the second floor, I have a bunch of our items sorted here for like our food stuff with like a smokers and all our cooked food. I love this little glazed green terracotta shelf and all these like plants here. I definitely need to get some more flowers and something for up there though. From there, we can step out onto the balcony and enjoy the view. And even if there is a little bit of an ugly view right now with all that stone, one day this is all going to be full of builds. Eventually though, I do want to pull back some of this mountain that's obstructing the view. On the other side, we have our early game storage room. Now, this is probably not going to be enough space for all of the items that we're going to store, but it's a good start for now. If we start to run out of space, we do have an upper attic area that we could start to fill up. I was going to put a dormer window up here. I still might do it. I don't know if I wanted that though. But there's definitely enough room up here to put some extra chests and barrels if we need it. Past the storage room, we have a empty room, which I think I want to make my bedroom someday. And then above that, there's another little attic space, which I was thinking would be the perfect place for some cobwebs with the enchanting table. I'm not used to decorating houses that are this large, so let me know what you guys think, or if there's anything you guys think should be changed, or if you have any suggestions. I'm definitely down to hear them. Also, I'm just calling myself out here because of this blank wall, but this is our chest room, so I don't really know what to add here, but the back of the house is mostly done. The next thing we need to work on is actually the pathway for the house. So as you guys can see, it's kind of a mess right now. But I would love to curve a pathway down the side of the hill. We just need to build it up a little bit. Honestly, I'm so happy I did that live stream because we have all this dirt to work with, and it's just such a relief that I won't have to go dig a bunch of dirt now. And now here I am with a full inventory for me and the donkey. So I think this is probably going to be our last time lapse of the video. At least I hope. Okay, just to free cam really quick, as you guys can see, I have brought a pathway through here with some spruce slabs as the stairs. Oh, I'm just noticing a mistake right there. I've got to fix that. Over here, I had to build this up to support the pathway, but I'm actually happy with how it looks. Now, I am aware that this spot looks a little bit awkward over here, but there's a reason for that. And as I mentioned earlier, I was thinking about making this into like my permanent strip mine, and I'm putting a mining outpost there, but I still haven't decided what to do yet. I really do like this location for the strip mine, so if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments. I think right now the best thing I can possibly do is like maybe turn around and go the opposite way. Anyways, I do want to go ahead and make a couple of bundles as these are new to— oh, I did not mean to put the bundle inside the other bundle. That's awkward. I haven't played with bundles yet at all, so this will be— oh my gosh, I just put that in there too. Anyways, like I was saying, this is a pretty new update to me because I haven't played with the Bundles of Bravery update at all, so I'm super excited to try them out and see how they work for like maybe going and gathering some flowers. I definitely feel like these will excel for like gathering flowers or maybe for like collecting mob loot in the caves. And gathering flowers is way more fun than collecting mob loot in the caves, so let's go ahead and grab a bunch of all of these flowers in the flower forest over here. I gotta try to leave some of these flowers too, so that way I know where I can come back and bone meal later. And then you can just click them into the bundle, so now all of those different flowers are in there. Oh my gosh, there's a bee over there, and I have a silk touch shovel. I'm gonna grab him. Oh my gosh, there's 3 bees in there. I don't know why, but that just made me so happy. All right, we've got 2 full bundles, and that saves a bunch of inventory space. And before we head up and use all of these new flowers, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the enchanting setup from the villagers and bring it up to the house. And walking up this path is so nice. Before I forget, let me fix this. And now up in the attic, we can actually just drop the enchanting table up here. And I feel like this will be a really cute spot for it, at least for now. And we should enchant our hoe. But I wanted silk touch and we didn't get it, so that's okay. Now over in front of the house, I want to use some of those new flowers that we picked up yesterday, and I want to go ahead and make a little bit of like a raised flower bed over here. I'm still having trouble getting used to decorating on such a large scale, so I hope this raised flower bed helps it look a little bit bigger out here. Now to match the rest of the house, we can add some azalea leaves and also some rose bushes. And we can bring in a couple of tulips out here for some extra color. To mix it up and not have it be the same on this side, I'm going to do the oak trapdoor lattice thing that I usually do on all my builds. You guys know what I'm talking about. It just feels a little bit weird that I'm using just plain azalea leaves for this build, but honestly, I kind of like them. Let's bring those over to the side too for like a side and back garden. Oh, maybe I could put the bees back here and set up a bunch of those flowers. You know, this might end up looking a little bit messy and chaotic, but I honestly kind of really like that. Every so often I'm going to add a lamppost with a spruce fence and some lanterns. And then we can get both of our beehives that we got earlier set up, and I somehow always misplace one trapdoor over a flower. I don't know how that's possible, but I always do it. And there we go. Let's pop into FreeCam and get a little bit of an overview. That is so messy and magical. I absolutely love it. That opening behind with like the waterfall definitely needs to have something happen back there, but we'll save that for another episode. Alongside the path, we're going to go ahead and add some lights and leaves, just like, I mean, pretty much always. Yeah, let's keep this going all the way down to the bottom of the pathway. That way we can get rid of all the ugly torches and still be safe from all the mobs. Spamming leaves and lights along a pathway seems like such a simple task, but it's honestly one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft because it brings so much life and lushness to your builds. And I love the fact that a well-worn path has so much lore and character to it. Another thing all of this smoothed out land really needs is some more grass, because I took all the grass away when I was smoothing this whole thing out, and yeah, it definitely needs more grass now. One day in this region, I'd love to have little bits of lore and character along the path, like little cottages and wagons and flower fields. But today I only have like a half stack of bone meal left, so we gotta kind of work with what we got. Honestly, I just need to get this pathway finished, so I'm gonna be quiet so I can finish up this episode. It's already over 35 minutes from my last edit, and I don't want it to be like 2 hours. And a short while later, all finished. Before we end this, we need a place for our horses and donkeys and stuff. And I'm not really worried about making this too fancy. I just want to make it so they can't get out of here. To do that, we're probably gonna have to take back some of this hill here so they can't jump up all of these blocks. And we'll also get some lighting over here. That way they don't have any creepers spawn on them. And now we'll bring in the other donkey and the llamas. I had more llamas, but oh my gosh, look at that, how they bounce. That is so cute. Anyways, I thought I tamed all the trader llamas, but some of them disappeared, so I must not have. Would it be weird if I gave them some oak leaf spam? Because I don't have any more azalea leaves, so I hope it's not weird. And last but not least in here, let's go ahead and get them a little bit of a messy pathway going on. I always feel like that helps make animal areas look a little bit more lived in. Alongside the pathway, we're also going to add some of this rooted dirt that we got earlier. And I'm going to add some coarse dirt too, because I personally love adding some coarse dirt to a messy pathway. Now, after all that initial stuff, I want to come back in and thicken this up just a little bit more so it's a little bit more noticeable. And another thing I want to do before we end this episode is that I want to map out our episode 1 progress. I did some maps last season, but I feel like I didn't stay accountable to them, so this time I really want to hold myself more accountable to my maps. So my plan is to make like a locked episode 1 map, and then every like 5 or 10 episodes, go ahead and like map out everything that we've built in this world. Now let's check on this new map, and we've got to go down a little bit more to fill that all the way in. Map 3, we've got to go over towards the cherry grove a little bit more, but map 4 now is all fully filled in. And here's map 3. Yeah, we got to go over this way a little bit more. All right, now that these are all fully loaded in, let's go back up to the house where I have a cartography table and lock them in and place them on the map wall. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I love how warm the lighting from these shaders are. It has like colored lighting from the different types of sources, and I just love the lantern lighting. Let's craft our glass panes, and then we can go ahead and lock in all these maps using the glass panes. And now we get to arrange them on our little map wall here, but that one is not quite correct, I don't think. I think that one goes there, and then that one's right. Yeah, that's right. The start of a new world is always so challenging, but this is starting to feel like home for me. And I think I'm gonna go do some editing. All right, the editing's done, and also I've got 2 more live streams under my belt, and the one thing I want to show you guys is that we basically finished smoothing out this whole mound. Well, it needs a little bit more smoothing, but the grass looks so much better than the stone did. And I have this lectern because we've also made significant progress with the villagers too. It only cost me a few hours and most of my sanity. But as you can see, coming into the villager cave, we have expanded and we have a lot of the different books that we need for all of our tools and armor in this world. And this villager was actually named by a YouTube chatter. Her name is Aquaman because she was obsessed with having like respiration, depth strider, and trident enchantments. And the hardest enchantment so far to get was Silk Touch. I had to place the lectern over 700 times. Just want to put that out there. 700 times until we could find it. And also just taking a look at this screen, over 12,000 stone mined and over 8,000 grass blocks mined. We have been grinding this episode. I keep saying there's like one more thing I want to do for the episode, but I actually do mean there's like 2 more things that I want to do for this episode. And one of them is to gather some spruce for another little build. And then the other thing is that I want to enchant a Silk Touch pickaxe since I finally have the Silk Touch enchantment, because I've got to end this episode. If I keep doing little projects, this episode's going to end up being like 3 hours long. And while I know some people would like that, not everyone has time to watch a 3-hour episode. But before we go and do the pickaxe down at the villagers, let's go ahead and try to enchant this one first. And we just don't want to get fortune, but we got fortune the one time we don't want it. That's okay though. I was hoping to save it on Unbreaking book, but that's fine. We have all the books we need down at the villagers, but what I want to build is actually a project board. The only question is, where do I want to put it? Because I don't think that this is enough space right here, but maybe down the hill a little bit further? Like maybe over here? We'll just go ahead and pull back some of this grass really quickly, and hopefully it doesn't look too awkward doing that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a barrel, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces and another barrel. And in between, we're going to come in with some spruce stairs. Then we'll fill in this middle part with some dark oak planks. And we'll repeat the barrels and the stairs on the other side. And that does mean we're going to have to pull back some more of the hill, but that's okay. I just don't want it to look too crowded. And then to bring in some pale oak, we're going to go ahead and stack these up in the middle here. And to match the design a little bit more, let's go ahead and strip all the logs down. And then I'm going to add some framing here with some more spruce details, and I'm going to figure out how to get a roof on this. But I feel like my brain's kind of lagging right now, so I will be right back, and I'll bring you guys back when it's fully complete. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the mangrove on the roof up here, but I feel like it kind of pops. I really like it, actually. And now we can go ahead and get some bamboo signs down, and we can start writing our official project board list. Now, last season of Hardcore, I kept a project board list outside of the world, but this season I really want to bring it back into the world. That way you guys can feel the kind of same satisfaction I do when we are done with a task. And why is it that I can never record without some other animal or villager trying to take all the attention from me? Sorry, but you have to go. I'm doing something right now. Oh, there's a llama head. Well, I guess we can just go ahead and put that there as some decoration, and let's go ahead and actually start filling in some of these projects that I want to work on. So we definitely need an iron farm in this world, and I want to make a proper villager breeder and not just like the villager bed thing that we have down in the stone cave. Okay, I filled in a bunch of ideas, but is this too much for an episode 1 project board? I don't know. Well, at least that's done now, and the last thing that I really want to do is go ahead and make that Silk Touch pickaxe as I mentioned before. Oh, I am so happy that the anvil did not break. I thought it would, but now we have 2 levels left and we have a Silk Touch pickaxe. And for now, I'll probably stick to the Silk Touch pickaxe for some stone. And with that complete, our episode is ending here on day 125. It took me 125 days to build this house and do all the adventuring and villager grinding and everything else in this world. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of this brand new series, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!